Welcome back students to the part 3 of today's session. In this module, we will discuss about the dimensions of physical quantities. Dimensions of a physical quantity are the powers to which the fundamental units are raised to obtain 1 unit of that physical quantity. For example, the quantity length is represented by capital L and dimensions are always written within square brackets. Time is written as capital T and mass is written as capital M. The SI dimension for velocity is Lt raised to minus 1. Angular velocity is T raised to minus 1. Acceleration is Lt raised to minus 2 and energy is ml square T raised to minus 2. In the coming modules, we shall discuss how to find the dimensions. Suppose if you are asked to calculate the dimension of velocity. We know velocity is a derived quantity which can be expressed as displacement by time, where displacement and time are fundamental quantities. So taking the dimensions on both sides, dimension of V is equivalent to dimension of S divided by dimension of T. Dimension of S is written as L raised to 1 since it is a measurement of length, and dimension of T is written as T raised to 1 where T is the time. Taking T to the numerator, the dimension of velocity becomes Lt raised to minus 1. Calculating the dimension of force, we know force is equivalent to mass into acceleration. Here mass is a fundamental quantity but acceleration is a derived quantity. So acceleration must be converted into a fundamental quantity. So we are writing acceleration to be velocity by time. Then also velocity is again a derived quantity. So we have to change velocity in terms of fundamental quantities. So velocity is written as distance by time. Hence force becomes mass into length into time raised to minus 2. So the dimension for force is mLt raised to minus 2. Knowing the dimensions of force and substituting it directly, we can find the dimensions of the following quantities. We know power is equivalent to work by time. Work is again force into distance. Dimension of force is mLt raised to minus 2. When you multiply it with the distance L, you will get the dimension of work to be ml square T raised to minus 2 divided by dimension of time is T. So rearranging the terms, you will get the dimension of power to be ml square T raised to minus 3. Similarly, pressure is equivalent to force per unit area. The dimension of force is mLt raised to minus 2 and dimension of area is L square. So the dimension of pressure will be m L raised to minus 1 T raised to minus 2. Impulse, which we will be studying later on, is given by force into time. So dimension of impulse is dimension of force into dimension of time, which is equivalent to mLt raised to minus 2 into T, which is mLt raised to minus 1. Here are a few examples for dimensions of various derived quantities. We had already discussed the dimensions of velocity, acceleration, force and area. We know volume is equivalent to length into breadth into thickness. So its dimension is L cube. Density is equivalent to mass by volume. So m divided by L cube, which is ml raised to minus 3. Pressure and work are also being discussed in the previous slide. The dimension of certain physical quantities are given at the back side of your textbook. You will be learning about all these quantities as you finish all the chapters in part 1 and part 2 of physics textbook. Now go through the quantities which you are familiar with and practice how to calculate its dimensions. Hope you have understood the concept of dimensions. Thank you, dear students.